He called himself an elephant mouse, small but fearless. Simon Mpondo, an American-educated scholar, poet, activist and Liti faculty member of Stockton University, returned to Cameroon from America in 1974. Within 5 years, he, his wife and 3-year-old son would be savagely murdered. Their bodies dumped in a pit, their dog killed. Their baby locked in a dresser drawer to die. This is the story Cameroon's regime buried for over 40 years. Simon Mpondo walked these halls, Stockton University, New Jersey. A political science star, poet, radio show host, activist, translator, charismatic, unyielding. Friends say he lived by his father's words. If you're going to be a mouse, be an elephant mouse. He dreamed of a free Cameroon. He refused to let fear dictate his life. But home was a pressure cooker. President Ahidjo's regime crushed dissent. And Simon held a deadly secret. American oil companies had discovered massive reserves in Bakassi. The regime wanted it hidden. Simon took cases that terrified the regime, exposing corruption, defending activists. Then, in 1979, he planned to expose the truth about the Bakassi discovery and misappropriation of oil revenues, a secret that would cost him everything. On June 7th, killers came, not just for Simon. For his wife Shannon, brutally raped after death. For 3-year-old Nicholas. They staged a botched robbery, stealing trinkets to mislead police. But they left traces, Gitan cigarette butts, a brand the Mpondos never smoked. Witnesses reported there were allegedly 3 government officials at the crime scene that night. Minister of Justice, Minister of Culture, and Minister of Territorial Administration or Interior. Their luxury cigars and Gitan cigarettes matched evidence beside the bodies. The investigation ignored the evidence. Police blamed 2 scapegoats, the family's 20-year-old guard and his friend. Meanwhile, Mrs. Mpondo's rape kit vanished, files burned. Why? Amnesty International later confirmed Cameroon's regime systematically eliminated critics. The US stayed silent. Cold War allies didn't probe friends like Ahidjo. Simon, as a Gulf oil executive, had also discovered that a lot of oil revenues were going into private bank accounts in Switzerland. And he was planning to go to the press, therefore he had to be silenced. Justice, there was none. But elephant mice leave footprints. Simon's Stockton friends created the Simon Mpondo Scholarship Fund, educating new generations of African activists. If you see injustice, speak! Today, Cameroon still battles corruption. Protesters chant for change. And in New Jersey, a scholarship carries Simon's name, proving regimes can kill a man, but not courage. Simon Mpondo's case remains officially unsolved. Why? Because true crime without borders means confronting uncomfortable truths. 3 ministers walked free, the oil billions vanished, but we remember. Subscribe for part 2, how the scapegoats were silenced. This is True Crime Without Borders, where the silenced speak.